Hey guys, and welcome to Back to Fitness number 37. It's been a fairly quiet week on the running front, so there isn't going to be a whole lot to talk about tonight. So I found this absolute gem of a 2 mile run. So when I finish work, I run about 500 meters down onto the Dodder, and I can run about 2 miles towards home down the Dodder. It's absolutely fantastic. So you're in the middle of the city and it's like you're in the countryside. It reminds you of nearly being at home, and you have a little bit of wildlife, as you can see here as well on the river. Um, some static wildlife, but also some real wildlife. Then further down, you run by the Aviva, so I can follow the Dodder the whole way down to the Liffey. It's made my run home from work that bit more pleasurable. So we're just over 3 weeks since London City Marathon. So the body for me is pretty good now at this stage. The muscles recovered really quickly. It was the joints, ligaments, tendons that were a little bit given a little bit of needed a little bit more rest to recover. So this week now we started to get back into a bit more serious training, trying to get back to the grindstone and head for fitness for cross country for the winter, and looking forward to the new year. So I did my first speed session in a long time. I stopped doing speed a good few weeks before the marathon, maybe even 2 or 3 months, and concentrated on long runs and tempo runs. So this week I did 6 by 800 off a 90-second recovery. Now, I hadn't done that in a long time, and the place where I did it is somewhere where I hadn't done it for maybe a year, year and a half. There's a lovely little pitch nearby me in Fairview Park. It's a small GAA pitch, and one lap is in or around 400 meters. So I do 2 laps of that. It's quite exposed. It's generally always quite windy there. The ground is nice enough to run on. It's not firm, but it's not really soft. It's just that kind of Goldilocks somewhere in the middle. So I knocked out the session. I had planned to do 4, and I said, don't do 3, do 4. When I was running over to do my warm up, and I was thinking to myself, look, get 4 done, don't give up at 3, get 4 done, and that'll be a start, like, to get back into it. And I did the first one, and I actually felt really comfortable and felt it was quite easy. And when I hit the end of the second lap, I wasn't in oxygen debt to a huge amount, so I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So I looked at the time, and like, it was 3:13, pretty slow. But that then I knew why I didn't feel beat after the first one. So okay, I said, let's go. Near the end of the second one, I thought to myself, yeah, you should have no problem doing 4. Got to the fourth one, like, I did 3:13, 3:12, 3:12, 3:12, and I just kept going. I did the 6 of them, and they all ended up being either 3:12 or 3:13. The great thing for me is the consistency of it, in the fact that I didn't slow down at all. The pace now was pretty poor. Even on a bad day, I'd like to be running around 3 minutes on that 800 meter loop. Be really targeting to get back down under 2 minutes 50. Even down into the low 240s. So that's a long way off now at the moment. But what I did notice when I looked at the stats for my run was my cadence and my stride length weren't fantastic. So even though like, the body, the heart and the lungs weren't having any issues at all, it's just that the legs weren't moving fast enough. So what I really need to do is to try and improve my cadence and my stride length. So hill running, hill strides, pickups, stuff like that is what I need to concentrate on to get that turnover going again, and get the cadence up. So hopefully I get the opportunity over the next couple of weeks now to use the track in Irishtown, which will be a fairer reflection of where you are when you're doing repeats like that on grass, especially this time of year when it's starting to get softer. It's not a true reflection. It's harder to gauge the pace that you're actually running, or what you're capable of running at. But what it does do, though, is it builds strength and resilience. So I will do most of that work on soft ground for the winter to try and build my strength for the cross country.
Sean, good man, Sean.
As regards mileage this week, I've gone over 50 miles, which I'm really happy with, and absolutely no problems at all. Yesterday I did an hour of a run and I did an hour of a run today as well. I was thinking of doing like 90 minutes yesterday, and my Kayla said to me, look, the marathon isn't that long ago, just be careful. And her words were ringing in my ears as I did my run, and I was enjoying my run. And no, I said, she's right. Just build back slowly. There's no rush. If this had to be me 4 or 5 years ago, I would have smashed into it, went out and ran 90 minutes, and probably ran too fast, um, and actually slowed down my progress in the long term. So an hour run yesterday, an hour run today, 8 miles each day. Next weekend I'll go for a long run and I hope to get to 9, maybe 10 miles, and just build it back up to 90 minutes over a couple of weeks. There's no rush. There's nothing in it for me to run 90 minutes yesterday. Just build back slowly, let the body recover more. Like you don't realize it. Like I feel fine now, 3 weeks out from the marathon. Like, but it can catch you out if you do push it hard, too soon after doing a marathon. So I'd just like to say, my clubmate who ran last weekend in the autumn open and came sixth in the over 45s, Brendan Ling, did qualify to represent the Republic versus the North in the cross country in next month. So congratulations to Brendan becoming an international runner. Congratulations as well to the youngsters from my club who won the under 18 cross country team title at the Leinsters this weekend. Those youngsters have won that honour every age group the whole way up. So that's an absolutely magnificent achievement. So well done to those guys too. Also from the club I train with here in Dublin, Crusaders AC, you have James Cottle, you have Michael Kiley and Ger Ford, who have also qualified to represent the Republic in the cross country as well. So well done to those guys too. So going forward, the plan for me, I've said it before and I'll say it again, is to get as much cross country as I can in over the winter to build strength and endurance for going back onto the road in the new year. So I have the Leinster Seniors and I have the National Seniors, which are two 10k cross country races. Really looking forward to those. They're going to be hell, but you get a huge payback from running 10k cross country. Races then for me in the new year, the ones that I will really be looking forward to will be a 5 mile in Ferrycarrig, which is I think on the 3rd of January. Now I've ran this race loads of times. It's usually the first race of the year for me, and it's a super 5 mile course, really well organised. So if anyone was looking for a race just into the new year down in the southeast, you couldn't go wrong with the Ferrycarrig 5 mile. The next race for me then will probably be the Leinster Intermediates, which is in mid-January, 8k cross country. Lovely again. The major target then will be the John Tracy 10 mile in Dungarvan, which I think is the 6th of February. Now this race over the last couple of years has sold out in a couple of days. I think they normally take about 3,500 people, but it sells out really quickly. And the reason it does is because it's such a good race, so well organised, such good value for money, and it's a fantastic atmosphere. The town, the people of Dungarvan really embrace the event, and it's super. You're going around there, and the great man himself, John Tracy, Olympic silver medalist, is walking around among all the people, talk away to everyone involved, and it's just a really well organised, good value, really competitive as well. So people will travel from all over the country to run this race. So the standard in it is very high the whole way down the field. Whether you guys trying to break 50 minutes, 60 minutes, 70 minutes, um, you'll be in a group guaranteed, and they generally have pacers then for 60 and above, going all the way up to probably I think 80 minutes. So it's just a really good event, and it's probably, I'd have to say, my favorite race of all the races I've ever done. I've hardly missed it since I started running. The only way I probably have missed it is through injury. um 59 minutes is my best time on it. I've broken 60 on it loads of times, but I can never run really fast on it. Generally for me, Christmas is only kind of been worn out of me by the end of January. So I'm going to try this year, try to get into that really good shape. I'd love to be able to say that my PB for 10 miles is on the John Tracy Dungarvan 10 mile. And you never know, this year, if I get into good shape with the magic shoes, I might do it. So that's it for this week, guys. Like I said, it's a fairly quiet one, not a whole lot going on. Hopefully have some races to cover next weekend. Bit of news from myself. As some of you may know, I'm studying neuromuscular therapy, and I passed my first term exams there about 2-3 weeks ago. I did them now, so I'm officially now a sports massage therapist. So if anyone is looking for me to give them a rub, so all good here. Body is feeling really good, really excited about the future, the next couple of months. I hope your training is going really well. Um, any races you guys are thinking about or targeting, let us know down in the comments. We can have a chat about it. What's your favourite race of all the races you ever done? Down below in the comments, and we can have a chat about it. So thanks very much, guys, for tuning in. Take care, and we'll see you soon.